Hey guys, my name is Neel and welcome to Neel Workshop Zone. So in this episode we're going to be talking about the surface areas and volumes of cube and also cuboid. So in the previous episode we talked about the introduction of surface areas and volumes, where we talked about what is surface area, volume, etc. So if you haven't checked that out, then I recommend checking out that episode. But in this episode we're going to be talking about surface areas and volumes. So without any further ado, let's talk about them. So first of all, let's take a cube. So let's take this as a cube, right? So now what will be the area of the cube? So to find out the area of the cube, what we need to do is we need to use basic things. So for example, to find out the surface area of a cube, which sides are not equal. So for example, let's say this is 3 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters. What you can do is you can basically add up all sides. So to find out the surface area of a cube, you need to add all 6 sides of the cube. So for example, let's say this side is 1, 2, 3 and the back side is 4, 5 and the bottom one is 6. Then how would we be able to find out the surface area? Well, by adding up all 6 sides, you'll get the answer. So this is surface area if all of the sides are different. But what if all sides are equal? Because that is mostly how cubes are. Well, in that case we can use a formula. Now you all have 6 sides, right? And 6 sides, if they are equal in length, you can use something called as 6L square. So this is the formula for the surface area of a cube. So for example, let's say all sides of a cube are 3 meters. Now what would you do to find out the surface area? Now to do that we need to use a formula. So 6L square, let's say 3, 6 square. So 3 are 9, 9 5 is 45, 9 is 54, 54 meters square. So that is how you find out the surface area of a cube. Now let's say they ask you the lateral surface area. So for example, let's take this as 3. Let's say they ask you the lateral surface area. So if you have watched my previous episode, you'll understand what it means. But basically, lateral surface area is basically without the base and the top. So for example, without bases, if you're trying to find out the area, it is what called as lateral surface area. So for that, since now we only need to find the area of the 4 sides, because lateral surface area does not count the bases, you'll get 4L square because there are 4 sides. And this is actually the formula for lateral surface area. So let's take 3. So if we use the lateral surface area formula, then we'll get 36 meters square. So this is how you find out the surface areas of a cube. Now let's say we need to find out the volume of the cube. So to find out the volume of a cube, obviously we need a formula, and that formula will probably be gotten or got if you basically multiply the base into height. So by multiplying the base into height, we'll probably get L cube or side cube. So this is the formula for the volume of the cube. So for example, let's take each side is 2. Let's say 2 centimeters or meters or meter square. Let's say gets 2. So what is the volume of this cube? By using the formula, so if you take cube, we'll get to the 4, 4 2 are 8. So this is 8 meters cube. So this is how you can find out the volume of a cube, by using the formula L cube or S cube. And by using, plugging the numbers in, you'll get the answer. So this is how you find out the formula for a cube. But what about a cuboid? So cuboid is a shape which looks similar to this, which have length, breadth and height. So does the cube, but this is different, so let me draw this real quick. So let's take this as a cuboid, or we can also take this duster or an eraser as the example for cuboid. So let's say you need to find out the surface area of a cuboid. Now in a cuboid you have the length, you have the breadth, the length, breadth and the height. So to get the formula, the formula would be 2 into length into breadth plus breadth into height plus height into length. So this will be the formula for finding out the surface area of a cuboid. So for example, let's take a cuboid, and I'll just draw it kind of roughly, but let's say that the area, or so let's say in this cuboid, let's say the value of the length, so let's take it as this, is 3 centimeters, the breadth is 2 centimeters, and the height is 5 centimeters. So by using this equation, you'll find out that 2 into length is 3, breadth is 2, so 3 and 2 is 6, plus breadth into height, so 2 into 5, so 10, plus height into length, so 15. So by using that, we'll get 16, let's see, 25, 31, and 31 into 2 is 62. So the answer would be 62 centimeter cube, or 62 meter cube if you just use it as meters. So that will be how you use the formula for finding out the surface area of a cuboid. Now, to find out the surface area, or the volume of cuboid, we obviously need a different formula. And for that we obviously can use the formula for area, volume of cuboid, which is length into width into height. Now you can call it width or breadth like I called it in my previous example, but you know what, I'll just continue with width because I don't know, I'm kind of used to it. So let's take it as length into width into height. So this is the formula for the volume of cuboid. So let's take the same example. So to find out this, we obviously can use this formula. So 3 into 2 into 5 gives us 3 2s are 6, 6 5s are 35. I remain 6 5s are 30. So the answer would be 30 meter cube. So this is how we can find out the surface area and volume of a cuboid. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. In this video we talked about cube and cuboid, and in the next episode we'll be talking about more shapes. But hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any new videos. And that's all folks, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.